divine timing, alignment, divine timing, alignment. I know you are tired. I know you're tired of listening to the same thing over and over again. But this morning, I'm going to pin out 3 examples from the Bible that will make you understand what divine timing and alignment really means. And this will change your perspective on how you see or how you hear the word alignment, divine timing. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you may be listening to my audio message. My name is Prophetess Timidiri. Sometimes we think God has not answered our prayers, but many times the issue is not that God said no. The issue is that heaven is waiting for alignment and divine timing. God does not only answer prayer. It doesn't just answer prayer. He answers purpose. Take, for example, the story of Hannah. Hannah cried for a child many years, given that she went through mockery, she went through a lot of things. But God was not just looking to give Hannah a baby. God was preparing a prophet from Hannah. So Hannah wanted a son, but God needed a priest for Israel. Then the moment Hannah prayed, Lord, if you give me a son, I will give him back to you, something shifted. Sometimes God will allow that thing linger around and he would not deliver it to you in time until you are not so, how do I say it now? You're not so obsessed with that thing anymore until you just pray and just say, oh God, let your will be done. Okay, God, if you can bless me, I promise from today I will always do this to the society. Or I promise from today I'm going to worship you, I'm going to work for you, or anything. So sometimes God will allow that desire to linger around. He will allow you to keep praying until you come to that alignment. So Anna came to the alignment. Oh God, even if this child will not even live with me, even if this child will not even, let it just be that at least I have a child, and I promise you this child will come back and work for you. I promise you this child will come. It's possible that God could have given Hannah the child then, and of course she wouldn't think of allowing the child to serve in the temple because she got the child normally. But look at the procedure, look at what happened. Now look at Samuel's life. So the moment Hannah prayed that, Lord, if you give me a son, I will give him back to you, then something shifted. Her desire aligned with God's purpose, and that was when Samuel was born. And that was a prophet who changed the direction of a nation. Take, for example, the story of Joseph. Joseph had a dream from God when he was young, but instead of the palace, he went through the pit, the slavery, and the prison. Why? Because the dream required timing and preparation. When famine came years later, that was when the dream finally made sense. So Joseph had to be in the position to save nation. Let's take, for example, the life of Elizabeth. For years, her womb remained closed. People thought it was delayed, but heaven knew it was not yet the right time, because our son John the Baptist had to be here. He needed to arrive at the same moment to prepare the way for Jesus. So if John had been born earlier, the assignment would not have aligned with the mission of Christ. So heaven had to wait. Okay, we'll take another example. I said I was going to give you 3, but now we're talking of 4. We'll take another example. Jesus Christ himself, he followed divine timing. For 30 years, he lived quietly before beginning his ministry. The Son of God could have started earlier, but heaven wanted him to wait. He would wait. He had to wait until the appointed time. That is the design. Okay? That is the design for how Jesus will do his ministry. Heaven waited until the appointed time. So this is a message for someone listening to me right now. Delay is not denial. Sometimes God is not ignoring your prayers. Sometimes God is aligning your prayer with a bigger purpose. Because when divine timing meets divine alignment, what God releases into your life will be greater than what you originally asked for. And if you are in a season where you feel confused, emotionally blocked, spiritually blocked, or you need clarity about life, your destiny, or your spiritual journey, you don't have to walk that path alone. I offer spiritual consultation, coaching, and counseling for people who need guidance, direction, and spiritual clarity. So there are spiritual products available that can support your spiritual growth and help you stay spiritually aligned. If you feel led, you can reach out for spiritual consultation, guidance, and prayers. And always remember this: what God has written for your life can never miss you. But sometimes heaven is simply waiting for alignment and divine timing. It is well with you in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. To have a wonderful week.